Hello! In this video I want to dive a bit deeper into widget decorators and how you can use them. More specifically, I want to talk about widget creation and what options you have when using a widget in rich text. When creating a widget, the first thing you should take a moment to consider is what your widget's desired size is. As this size will be used when performing widget layout, it needs to be as well defined as possible. If your desired size does not reflect the actual size of the widget, layout will end up looking weird as seen here. The widget here had a desired size of 0 in this case. One way to make sure that you get a proper desired size is to use a sizing box in your widget. The most important factor of the desired size is the height, so pay extra attention to that. In this particular widget, the actual text to be displayed will be generated during the widget's lifetime, so to make sure it has a reasonable desired size at layout time, I have added a dummy text block that I size using the rich text block's font. This will make sure it will look good at any size. After you have made sure that your desired size is properly configured, you can start thinking about if you have to get a reference to the widget after it is created. This could be the case if you want to call a function on the widget later on, or need to hook it up to something else, for example. In our sample scene, we used the widget created event to hook up an event to our inventory adder widget, as can be seen here. In this particular example, we didn't end up storing a reference to the widget, but you are allowed to do so if you require. Right now, there is no way to put an already created widget into text. If this is something you need, you can easily add this functionality from Temaran-rich-text-block.cpp. Finally, if your widget is configurable using arguments, you can supply your widget with custom arguments directly from rich text by using the args argument. At the moment of writing, only string arguments are supported. If you need to supply more complex types at construction, feel free to inject those types using the widget created event instead. A requirement for this to work though is that your widget must derive from t-user-widget to be able to accept arguments in this way. Your arguments will be available in your widget in the form of the rich text block arguments property, and it is safe to use during widget construction. When defining arguments, double commas are used to delimit the arguments themselves. This is since it's conceivable that you might want to use a single comma in one of your text arguments. Hopefully double commas should be rare enough that you won't run into escape problems. If you still do run into a problematic escape situation, you can change the delimitation sequence using the argdelim argument.